Hi guys, today in this tutorial I am going to explain you about gradients. What are gradients? Gradients are the things used for transformation of colors. Transformation of colors are called gradients. There are two types of gradients. One is linear gradient and another one is radial gradient. Linear gradient goes in one direction and radial gradient goes in one direction but from center. Fine guys, let me go into the code. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create I'm going to give the color for body. So here is the body and I have only one element, that is p, and I have linked the first.css to this, so that is this file. Now what I'm going to give is I'm going to select the body and I'm going to give the background color for it. So I'm going to specify the background color, that is red. So let me see the output for this. So the background is red. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the radiance. So I'm not going to give the background color, I'm going to use the background only. So linear gradient, use that. In that, give values. I'm going to give from red to yellow. So let's see what happens for the background. See how it is changed. Fine, now I'm going to give another orange. See how it is changed. Now I'm going to give another thing, that is green. See how it is changed. Now what I'm going to do is uh, I don't want to repeat anything. So this is repeating and I don't want to repeat. So before going to that, I am going for directions. So now I am going to give the direction, that is to right. Fine. So let us see what happens. See how it came to right, to bottom, right. See how it is. It is very beautiful. So this is done by the browser. So the bandwidth and the internet the data required to download will be decreased. So these are gradients and we can also give the transparency for each of it. So let me give that. Suppose I want to give RGBA. Previously we have seen RGBA colors. Now RGBA. Now I am going to give the red color over here, 250, 0, 0. Now it is from 0 to now 250, 0, 0, 1. Now it gives transparency. See how it is going to come. So this is the thing. Now I am going with radial. So just change this to radial gradient. So it comes from center. It comes from center. Fine. So we can also give directions. How I am going to give directions is that how much percent we can give. We cannot give the directions. So we can also set the shape. So I can set the shape to circle over here. Circle shape. See how it became. And I can also give some keywords like it should be closest side, farthest side, these size parameters. So we can also apply that. So I'm going to give the percent for each of the thing. I'm going to give for red it is 5%, for green it is about 60%, for orange it is about 10%, now 60, 70, 75, now 75 plus 5, 80, that means 25% is left out. So fine, now let me see what happens. See how it came. So let me take out this circle and see the output. See how do I came. So guys, this is about the linear gradients and the radial gradients. In next tutorial I am going to show you about the shadows, which is very interesting. I hope the linear and radial gradients you understood very well and they are very interesting. Just try them. Those are just generated by the browsers, not downloaded from anywhere. Previously the images are used instead of this, so there should be lot of data to be downloaded, so the bandwidth is not supported, so the page loads very slowly. Now by using these linear gradients the page looks to be zoomed and it is very and it's rendered very well and it's very nice. So guys, CSS3 is very interesting. In next tutorial I'm going to show you about the shadows. So guys, don't miss it. Until then, keep practicing.